parents, Jakarta and Tanoto, the founders of the foundation, never graduated from high school. Not because they didn't want to, but because they couldn't. They were forced to quit school to help their parents. Fast forward 30 years, the same thing was happening around them. Every year, millions of Indonesian youths drop out from the system because they were forced to work to feed their families. Without education, these youth find it challenging to break the intergenerational cycle of poverty. And so in 2001, my parents set up the foundation to alleviate poverty through the 3 E's: education, empowerment, and enhancement. We founded the foundation because we believe that every person should have the opportunity to realize his or her full potential. And if you see in Indonesia, there's a big gap between urban and rural. There's a big gap between the West and the East. Those are the challenges that we're trying to tackle. It's really quite concerning and troubling that a child who is born in the middle of nowhere in Jambi may not have the same access to quality education as a child born in Jakarta. So those are the kind of issues that we're trying to tackle. So what we aim to be is a center of excellence for education and empowerment and enhancement. We contribute to the system in a couple of ways. First, we add resources and we build the capacity of the system. So that's what we do when we train the teachers, that's what we do when we do training for the students in terms of good reading habits, that's what we do when we encourage them to have good hygiene behavior. There are many challenges working in the foundation. One is the availability of data and how do we validate the data, how do we use data to design, monitor, and evaluate. And two, of course, the challenges on the ground of, it's all about changing people's mindset. How do we get teachers, how do we incite the passion within the teacher? How do we get students to change their behavior in terms of inculcating good reading habits? We continue to work together, foundation and the beneficiaries. What we're going to achieve is systemic change. And that requires working together with other non-state actors, working together with the government agencies, working together even with other philanthropic organizations to achieve that. And we should focus on what we're good at, and also in addition to that, leverage on each other's work to achieve that same goal of alleviating poverty in Indonesia.